Gonna head into Central today and we're just gonna have a look around London and see what's available to pick up. So let's go. So we're back from Central and I got a few new pieces that I just want to share with everyone. I actually picked up the AirPods Max. So in terms of headphones, I do think they're probably the most stylish ones you can get at the moment. I think Sonos, they've got some pretty good headphones as well. But if you're already on the Apple ecosystem, it just makes sense to get something like the Apple AirPods Max. But onto the garments. So the first piece that I picked up is from a brand called Uniform Standard. If you've ever been to End Clothing or Cole Buxton, it's literally on the same road as those two stores near Carnaby Street. And they just do some really good quality minimalistic garment. I think their best items are probably their plain sneakers. So those Common Project sneakers that were really popular a few years ago. Uniform Standard actually just make a far superior version of those. But I did pick up their t-shirts. So the t-shirts are made purely from Supima cotton. And basically they use better and longer fiber for the yarns of cotton. So it just ends up being a lot better in terms of quality and longevity as well. Now these t-shirts are handmade in Portugal. So I got these two here side by side. This is the Uniform Standard Supima cotton t-shirt and this is the Uniqlo one. Now the main thing to bear in mind is the Uniqlo one is £19, whereas the Uniform Standard one is £35. But for £15, you are getting a lot more for your money with the Uniform Standard ones. In terms of the thickness of the material, the Uniform Standard ones is significantly thicker, so it does feel more premium. And when you put them together side by side, this one from Uniqlo is a size large, whereas the Uniform Standard one is a size medium. And the Uniform Standard one is slightly bigger than the large from Uniqlo and also slightly longer, as you can see here. If I was to flip this inside out as well, you can see the stitching is really good quality. The alignment on this is very, very good. And also there are no loose threads on this neither. So if you're looking for something that's slightly more premium than the Uniqlo Supima t-shirt, I think the Uniform Standard ones are very, very good. And also at the price, I don't think you can get anything better than this. And also it's just good to support smaller independent business as well. So I will share a link below of the exact t-shirt that I got. And maybe in a few weeks time, I'll try and get a pair of their trainers and do a review of those as well. So the other item I picked up is this waffle tee from a brand called Live Fast Die Young. Now I don't really resonate with the brand name. I do like to live fast, but I don't really want to die young. The layout and design is really cool. I also really like a lot of their clothes. It's kind of inspired by the 90s hip hop era, but a bit more modern. The material is 100% cotton. That's always good. And personally, I just really like the design of this t-shirt. I've been looking for something that's got a little bit of a texture to it. And there were a few other options from Amy Leonta or Our Legacy, but the price was just a little bit too high for me to want to pick those up. And with this t-shirt, I think I like the diversity of it. I can go for a little bit of a smarter look with it tucked in and a pair of smart shoes, but at the same time with it untucked, I can go with something a little bit more casual with a pair of sneakers. Now in terms of construction, these are not exactly the best constructions. On the shoulder, they have used a bit of plastic, which usually I don't really like, but aren't really stiff. So wearing them, you don't really feel them. The stitching is also okay. There are quite a few loose threads around, which isn't great, especially for something that's £49 as well. So whilst I wouldn't say that definitely you should check out immediately, I think they might do some good designs, especially in their fall and winter drop, which would be coming next week. And then finally, I have pretty much run out of sprays. I haven't bought anything for about 4 or 5 years. For the last few years, I have been using oud from my friend who was shipping them out from Dubai. But with the oud, you can't really spray them on clothes, it kind of stains it. So you do have to be a little bit more careful. So I went with a Swedish brand called Baro. I don't know if that's the way to pronounce it. And this is their travel pack. And with any fragrance, I don't really like to go straight into the deep end and buy a 100ml bottle for £150 because it's just a little bit too much of a commitment. If I don't like it, I gotta stick with it for a long time. I don't really want to chuck it away neither because it's just a bit of a waste. So I just always feel it's better to buy maybe like a trial pack or a travel pack just to test out some of their fragrance. So what's really good is you can pretty much pick all of their different fragrances for their travel pack. So the 3 that I got are Black Saffron, Oud Immortal, and Young Rose. Personally, I quite like woody and smoky kind of taste. So something like Tuscan Leather or Oud Wood. That was one that I used to get quite often, but I think the height increase on those are just a little bit too much at the moment. So I wanted to try something different. So I'm going to try them out for a few months and see how well they wear on the skin. So those are some of the recent pickups, and I just wanted to try a different format of videos. You know, I've been doing quite a few review videos, and I think someone once asked if I would do daily vlogs. Obviously, I'm not going to do daily vlogs. I'm just pretty much going to be working at my desk coding all day. So in the future, if I do end up going into Zone 1 or anywhere else and I pick up a few new pieces, then I might make another vlog about it. And there's some videos here for you to click on. So click on one of those, and thanks for watching.